Okay. So now we just discussed the first scenario, right? I mean the third scenario, right? What is the difference between the depreciation tax shield? Now, if the old asset would have had a salvage value at the end of its life, if not replaced, then the loss of the after tax salvage value at the end of the old asset's life is sold and the new asset is purchased. Now, what does this line mean? What does this line mean? For example, see, if you don't replace okay, the old machine, but the old machine could be sold later, correct? Now, when you sell later, you will get money. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. But if you replace now, you lose that future money. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Which you could have got had you sold the machine later. So that is your opportunity cost. That is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
meaning of opportunity cost. So your old machine, let's say future salvage value was 20,000 and let's say tax rate is 30%. So now what happens? Let's say book value is 12,000. Now what is your gain? Can I say 8,000 into 30%, which is 2,400. Correct? So what happens? Let's take some numbers. Let's understand it with the numbers. All right. So now, let me take a number. First of all, what is the meaning of book value? All of you can see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the meaning of book value, guys?
Actual value of depreciation.
Yes, this is the value of the asset after depreciation. Correct? After charging depreciation, this is the value of the asset. It is what the machine is worth on paper, not the market value. Clear? There is a difference between market value and book value. Correct? Like for example, let's say you purchase the machinery for 50,000. Okay, this is the cost of the machine. Then you have charged depreciation throughout the year. Let's say 38,000. So what do you get after deducting your depreciation? The book value. How much is the book value, guys?
12,000.
12,000. So what is the meaning of this 12,000? This is the book value. This is how much the value is left in the books. Now, on the other hand, what is the meaning of salvage value? What do you mean by salvage value?
Selling value.
This is the value that you get after selling, actual selling price of the asset at the end. This is what you actually get in cash when you sell it. Correct? So, this is your actual selling price. This is the actual selling price of the asset at the end. Correct? So now let's say, how much did I tell in our example? Let's say you sell the machine in the market for 20,000. Now what happened? The book value of the machine was how much? Book value of the machine was how much? How much?
12,000.
12,000. But you sold it for
20,000.
20,000. So you made a profit or loss on sale?
Profit.
You made a profit. Profit of how much?
8,000.
8,000. Will you get to keep this entire profit?
No, ma'am.
No, you have to pay how much? 30% as tax, right? So 8,000 ka tax you have to pay. So what is your final cash flow? Tell me. How much do you get finally?
400.
How much?
5,000.
We've done such sums earlier, right? So how will you do it? What is your cash inflow?
5,600.
Very good. You get 20,000 cash inflow, but you have to pay tax. That is 8,000 ka 30% you will pay as tax. So 2,400 as tax. So how much is your net cash flow? 17,600. Correct? This is your relevant cash flow. This is what they are trying to tell over here. If the old asset would have had a salvage value at the end of its life, if it is not replaced, the loss of the after-tax salvage value at the end of the old asset's life, if it is sold now and the new asset is purchased, is a relevant cash flow. Is this clear? So, what does this line mean? If you sell the new asset, if you buy the new asset now, okay, if you replace now the old asset, what are you losing? You lose 17,600 in future. Got it? Because if you would have kept the old machinery in the future, you could sell it for $20,000. But if you sell it, if you replace it right away, this is your relevant cash flow, which you will be losing. Now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So, this is a cost, right? This is like you're giving up your future money by replacing it now itself. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then their last point, what they're saying, any difference in after-tax operating cash flow that would result from the purchase of the new asset. What does this line mean? Any difference in after-tax operating cash flow. Now, obviously, if you have decided to buy a new machinery, it is because you might end up making much more sales using the new machinery. That could be the reason why you bought this new machinery. Otherwise, why would one replace, right? They would continue using the old machinery itself. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, earlier, your sales from the old machinery was 50. All right, 50,000 you were making sales. But now with the new machinery, you're making 60,000. Earlier, the cost from the old machinery was 30,000. But now, because of this new machinery, you can save some cost. It is only 25,000. So, what is your profit, guys? How much profit you were making from the old machinery and how much you're making from the new machinery? Tell me. Your old machinery mein how much profit? Respond.
20,000.
You were making 20,000 profit. But from this new machinery, how much you're making?
35,000.
35,000. So what is the relevant cash flow for us? The incremental, right? So how much extra you're getting because you decided to buy this new machinery?
15,000.
15,000. What is this 15,000? This is before tax. Let's say tax is 30%. So what is your after tax cash flow? What is your after tax cash flow?
4,500.
4,000. Yeah, 4,500 is your tax. So after paying tax, how much is it? How much are you getting extra?
10,500.
What is this 10,500? This is your after tax operating cash flow. What is the benefit of this? Because you decided to buy a new machinery, you are getting this much benefit. So this is your relevant cash flow. So don't you think when you are deciding to buy a new machinery, you have to factor all this, you have to take all this into consideration? That is called as incremental analysis. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear, everybody? Any doubts in these 5 points?
Ma'am,
Yes, tell me.
reach again, ma'am.
Which part?
Last sum, ma'am.
This one, any difference in after-tax operating cash flow?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So what are they saying over here? Any difference in after-tax operating cash flow that would result from the purchase of the new asset. So old asset was giving you a profit of $20,000. New asset is giving you a profit of $35,000. So now you as a management accountant, you as a finance manager, you want to check how much extra profit you're getting because you bought a new machinery. How much extra profit you're getting? 15,000? Correct. Earlier it was just 20,000. Now you
Yes,
purchased a new machinery, so it is giving you 35,000. So 15,000 is your extra profit. Correct. Incremental profit. But this is before tax. So you deduct tax 15,000 minus 30%. You'll get 10,500. So this is your after tax operating cash flow. Correct. So this is the any difference. This is the difference in after-tax operating cash flow which you got because you purchased the new asset. Is this clear?
yes, ma'am.
It's like, think of it like this. You're replacing your phone. You bought a new phone because it is saving battery. Let's say your old phone was, uh, consuming a lot of battery. That's why you bought a what?
Phone.
New phone. All right. So that is what they're trying to say here. That because you bought a new phone, you had cost saving. You saw earlier the cost was 30. How much was it in our example? 30,000. Now this new profit, I mean new phone, it's just new machine. It is just 25,000 because of better technology. Correct. So same logic. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it gives you better features and it gives you better revenue, but you will lose the resale value of the old phone later. So you have to see if the benefit is greater than cost or not. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we do one more problem?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you all to read this question. Go through this question, everybody. I'll give you all 5 minutes. Go through this question. Okay, guys. Did you all read the question? See, Wannabe company is considering replacing an old manually controlled plastic extrusion machine with a computer controlled machine. So what is happening now? They are planning to continue. Tell me, replace, right? So
Yes,
management estimates that output could be increased and labor cost would be reduced with the new machine so that before tax operating cash flow would increase by 90,000 per year. And cost of capital is 12%, tax is 40%, and capital gain tax is 30%. So for operating income, different tax rate, for capital gain, different tax rate. Now, existing machine is for how much, guys?
80,000.
And new machine?
1,50,000.
But what should we do? Should we include all these costs or not? Installation, freight, insurance.
We should include
After including, what is the total cost of existing machine and new machine? How much? What is the total cost of the existing machine and the new machine?
87,000.
Guys, is it 87? Check correctly.
85, ma'am.
85,000. Please don't give me shockers when with such silly mistakes. Okay, 85,000 for existing machine and for new machine? How much?
1,65,000.
1,65,000. And salvage value is given for both the machine. Depreciation method is the same. Life is also given. So now they're saying the existing machine's expected useful life at the time of purchase was how much? 10 years, correct? It was 10 years. And it has been in service for 7 years. So now they're saying it could be sold now for how much?
5,000.
$5,000. However, if the old machine is kept, you're assuming that if the old machine is kept, that it will not be sold at the end of its expected useful life, which would occur in year 3 of the incremental capital budgeting analysis. What does this line mean? Instead, assume that the old machine would continue to be used for current production through year 5 of the incremental capital budgeting analysis. Assume that at the end of year 5, the old machine could be sold for $500. Now, if the new machine is purchased, what will be the NPV of the machine? Everybody, did you all understand the question? First, let's try to understand the question. Yeah? Because I think there is a little confusion as to the or have you all understood what it means?
No, ma'am, we didn't understand, ma'am.
Shall we understand the question thoroughly now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because what are they asking us? They're asking us to calculate the what? And we also have to take all these 5 things into consideration. Correct? These
Yes,
things
ma'am.
also we have to take into consideration. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So first, let's try to understand. Everybody pay attention. Okay. So till how much did you all understand? You'll tell me. Then I will continue.
Finding depreciation value, ma'am.
No, what is the question saying? You tell me what is the question asking or telling us. How much you'll understood, you tell me. Tell me. We'll do step by step. How much you'll understood the question? What do you think is the question asking? Because first I want to know how much you'll understood. What type of question is this? What exactly is the question asking? Tell me.
Whether we can continue with the old machine or you have to buy new machine.
Okay, that is one thing. And they're asking if we replace the old machine with the new one, how much will be our NPV? Or more like how much extra NPV we will get. Correct? See, they're asking if the new machine is purchased, what will be the NPV of the new machine? Yes or no? Okay. This means that initial investment is an outflow. Incremental cash flows are inflows. What is the discount rate? For us to calculate NPV, we need one discount rate, right? How much is it? How much is it? What's the discount rate in the question? How much?
12%.
12%. Okay. So now let's do step by step. What is the selling price of the old machine? What have they told? If you sell the machinery, how much will you get it for? If you sell the old machine now, how much will you get? It's given in the question. Please open your eyes and read the question.
5,000.
5,000. So now I have to find out the book value of the old machine. What is the meaning of book value of the old machine? Cost of the asset minus the accumulated depreciation. These many years you have you have to first you check what is the depreciation every year. Straight line depreciation. No, how much is it? Cost of the asset divided by life. How much is it? How much is the depreciation? Ignore the salvage value. Cost of the asset divided by life. How much is your depreciation every year? 85,000 divided by 10. Correct?
$8,500.
8,500 is your depreciation. And for how many years you use the asset?
10 years.
10 years is the total life. But where are you standing now? The existing machine
Yes,
is
7,
10
ma'am.
years. It has been in service for 7 years. And
7.
today, like, see, you have 10 years is there, but you have used it till here, till the 7th year. And now you're thinking, let me buy a new machine. So now you want to check how much cost of the asset was 85,000. But you have to charge depreciation, no, for 7 years. How much is the depreciation per year? 85,000 divided by 10. How much was it? 8,500 per year. So for 7 years, how much will be the depreciation? How much?
59,500.
15, wait, how? 15,000. 7 years, no? 8,500 into 7.
59,500.
Huh. So everybody pay attention. The cost of old machine was $85,000. 80 plus freight, installation, insurance, etc. Minus the accumulated depreciation. What do you mean by accumulated depreciation? These many years ka depreciation of 7 years. That is how much? 59,500. How did we get 59,500? Because 8,500 is the yearly depreciation into 7. So what is the book value? What is the book value of the asset? How much is the book value of the asset? How much is the book value of the asset?
25,500.
25,500. Now this is the book value, but you were able to sell it for how much?
5,000.
5,000. So profit or loss on sale?
Last.
Loss. How much is your loss? How much is your loss?
20,500.
20,500. So book value was 25,500, but you were able to sell it only for 5,000. So clearly there is a loss on sale of how much? 2,500. Now whenever there is a loss, just like how when there is profit we have to pay 30%, when there is loss I will get 30% benefit. Yes or no? Correct? Will I get or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much will I get? Will I get an entire 20,500 or only how much is the tax rate on capital gain in the question?
6,150.
Let's look at the question. How much is the capital gain? It is 30%, correct? It is 30%. So out of this 2,500, I will get only tax benefit up to how much? 2,500 ka?
14,350.
Let's check. So what will be my net cash flow? We've done such sums earlier. So sale value is this one. So this is your loss on sale. So can I say my net cash flow? My net cash flow is I will get 5,000 cash inflow, but I'll also get 2,500 ka 30%. How much is it? 6,150. So this 6,150 also is my cash inflow. So what is my net cash inflow? 11,150. What is this 11,150? This is your relevant cash flow. All right. This is your relevant cash flow, which is the after-tax salvage value of the old asset if and when the new asset is purchased. Is this clear? Same thing we got. Any doubts? Is this clear? Any doubts? Understood how we got?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all try this part? The after-tax salvage value of the new asset. How to calculate it? What is the after-tax salvage value of the new asset at the end of its useful life? What have they told? What have they told about the new asset? See, instead assume that at the end of year 5, the old machine could be sold for how much? 500. But now what are they asking? The new machine has a salvage value of 10,000. Correct. So the new machine can be sold for 10,000 at the end of its life, which is 5 years. Now at that point, the machine will be fully depreciated. Correct. So in spite of that, we can get 10,000. Correct. Do you all agree? At the end of year 5, the machine is fully depreciated.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So this machinery 1,50,000 plus 10 plus 5. How much? 1,65,000 machinery 1,65,000 machinery is fully depreciated. So the value, book value is 0, but still you were
Zero.
able to sell it for
10,000.
10,000. So clearly you have got a
Profit.
profit of 10,000. Can you keep this entire 10,000?
No taxation.
No, you have to pay tax, right? So 10,000 you will get cash inflow. But of that 10,000, 30% you have to pay as tax. So 3,000 will go as tax. So net cash flow is how much? 7,000. Clear? This is the after-tax salvage value of the new asset at the end of its useful life. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I want you all to try this. I'll give you all 5 minutes time. Try Did you all try this problem, everyone? Did you all try this problem? Did you all get the answer? Can anybody explain me the adjustment? Durai, Soundar, Santosh. What happened over here? The difference between the depreciation tax shield for the new asset and the depreciation tax shield for the old asset. So how much was the depreciation tax shield for the old asset? Can I say 8,500 into 30%? Did you all go through the solution? Did
Yes,
you all
ma'am.
understand anything?
Somewhat, ma'am.
Somewhat. Okay. Let's make it clear now. So, the depreciation on the old machine, if kept, would be 8,500 per year, right? That is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, like that. Since it would continue to be used through year 4 and 5, depreciation on the old machine would be zero, where they're saying zero during year 4 and 5. Annual depreciation on the new machine would be 1,65,000 divided by how much is the life? 5, right? So 1,65,000 divided by 5, 33,000 for 1 and 5. Now the difference is 24,500 in year 1, 2 and 3. And okay, let's make this a little clear. Let's bring in some clarity. For that, we will have to go and check the depreciation amount first. So first of all, write one point that you should not consider salvage value while calculating depreciation. Okay. So then how will it be? It will be just cost divided by life. Okay. Not cost minus salvage value. So how much will be your depreciation? For new machinery, it is clear. 1,65,000 divided by 5. So how much? 33,000. Correct? 1,65,000 divided by 5. But what about your, which one? Old machinery, how much is that? How much is that, guys? Tell me.
8,500.
Ha, 8,500. That is 85,000 divided by 10 years. Correct? Let's make it very simple now. So depreciation tax shield over here, what we have to see is the extra savings, extra tax saving. Correct? So we know that more depreciation means more is the tax saving. So in your old machinery, you were getting 8,500 per year as depreciation, but only for year 1, 2, 3. Why? Because after that, it was fully depreciated. How do we know that it is fully depreciated? Where have they given that? Look at the question. Can you see my screen? And new machine it is 33,000, right? So for year 1, 2 and 3, the difference is 33,000 minus 8,500. That is 24,500. But for year 4 and 5, it is fully depreciated. So only 33,000. Correct? So your tax saving will be, one is for that 24,500, 40%. And for year 4 and 5, it is 13,200. That is 33,000 into 40%. Now, first 3 years, both machines have depreciation, so we have to compare the difference. But for last 2 years, the old machine there is no depreciation. Why? Because it is fully depreciated. Only the new machine is giving us what? The benefit. Now, can you all put it in the paper? Can you all tell me in the paper? Can you all put it and tell me why no depreciation in year 4 and 5 for the old machine? Because old machine's total life was how much?
10
Old
years.
machine total life was 10 years, right? So, it has already been used for 7 years. Correct? look at those tables later. It will be in your class only. How much ever you all want, you all can see it later. Okay. Now pay attention over here. And I'm sure you'll have seen tables before also. It's not made of gold. Correct? Okay. So the life was 10 years and this machine has already been used for 7 years. So how much is the remaining life? Only 3 years. Correct?
Yeah.
So that is why we took year 1, year 2, year 3 depreciation and year 4 and year 5 we did not take depreciation. Got it? Why I took depreciation only for the first 3 years? Because we are comparing it with the new machine which has a life of 5 years. Clear? Any
Yes, ma'am.
doubts? It's like you bought this new machine when the old machine's life was 7 years. Correct? So this new machine has 5 years life. This old machine still has 3 years life remaining. Got it? So that is why we charge depreciation only for year 1, year 2, year 3 and we did the comparison. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
And that is why no depreciation in year 4 and 5 and the old machine's entire cost. So now you have a look at this solution. Now it can make sense to you all. See, the depreciation, now pay attention everybody. The depreciation on the old machine, if kept, would be 8,500 in year 1, year 2, year 3 and afterwards it would be fully depreciated. So 1, 2, 3, the depreciation would be 8,500, 8,500, 8,500. Fourth and fifth year, there would be no depreciation. This is for which machinery I'm talking about? Old. For new machinery, what is the depreciation?
33,000.
33,000 every year. Correct? So that is why you have to see how much extra depreciation, right? So year 1, 8,500, here 33,000. So 33 minus 8,500. How much is it? 24,500. Correct? It is 24,500 in both, in all the years, year 1, year 2 and year 3. But in year 4 and 5, the difference will be 0 minus 33,000, which is 33,000. Correct? And same for year 5 also.
Yes, ma'am.
So 24,500 into, should I put it in the notes over here for better understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
See, you have old machinery and new machinery. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. New machinery has 5 years time. So, when you are calculating the depreciation of the new machinery, when you are comparing it with the old machinery's 7 years was already done. So, how much is remaining? Only 3 years is remaining. Correct? So, the depreciation is 8,500, 8,500, 8,500 and no depreciation over here. New machinery's depreciation is 33,000, 33,000 and 33,000 and it's going to be the same every year. Correct? Now, you want to see how much is the extra depreciation, which is the incremental. So, you have to do the difference 33 minus 8,500. How much? 24,500. Correct? And over here, 0 minus 33,000 is 33,000 itself. Correct? Bah. Don't go out. Come out. Come inside. So how much is it, guys? This much? Is this clear? What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have to multiply it with their tax rate. How much is the depreciation? Because this is the extra depreciation. I want to see how much is the depreciation tax shield, right? So tax shield is 30%, no? So 30%, 30%, 30%, 30% you have to do and then add them all. How much do you get? 24,500 into 30%. So 7,350 plus 7,350 plus 7,350. That is for 3 years. 33,000 into 30% is 9,900. So what is your total depreciation tax saving? Add them all and tell me how much is it. Tell me how much you're getting when you add them all. Everything into 30%. That whatever answer you get is the incremental depreciation tax shield. So can I say this is the extra tax saving that you're getting? Is it clear now? How much do you get? What's the total? How much?
Forty-one eight fifty, ma'am.
Yes, 41,850 is the right answer. All right. So now next part, can you all see? If the old asset would have had salvage value at the end of its life, I want you guys to go through this and then we will discuss. I'll give you all 5 minutes time. Go through this.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can we have break, ma'am?
Okay, take 5 minutes break and after that do this sum.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys, break is over. Where are y'all? Come back. Salvage value. Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now the last but one adjustment. If the old asset would have had a salvage value at the end of its life, if not replaced, the loss of the after-tax salvage value at the end of the asset's life, if it is sold now and then the new asset is purchased, then how much would it be? So now they've told, right? The salvage value of the old machine, if it were kept and used and sold at the end of the year 5, it would be $500. Have they mentioned that? See, assume that end of year 5, the old machine could be sold for $500. Correct? Now, what else have they told? The old machine would be fully depreciated. So, full $500 would be the gain. But again, we have to pay 30% tax. So, the net gain would be 350. Now, this 350 will be a negative cash flow in year 5 of the incremental analysis because it represents a cash flow that would not be received in year 5 if the new machine is purchased. Now, what does this line mean? I can't see you all. Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where are you all? Switch on your videos.
Wait a minute, ma'am.
Okay. So the last part, guys, come back. Now the fourth adjustment, what we are analyzing is if the old asset would have had a salvage value at the end of its life, if not replaced, then the loss of the after-tax salvage value at the end of the old asset life, if it is sold now and the new asset is purchased, what would be the cash flow? This is what they're asking. So now, what is it talking about? They're talking about the money you would lose in future if you replace the old machine today. Correct? So what would happen if you do not replace? The old machine will be used till year 5. Correct? Are you guys with me now, everyone? On the 5th year, you will use the machine and then they've told, right, it can be sold for $500. So book value at that time, that means old machine is fully depreciated. So book value is 0, but still you were able to sell it for $500. So you have to pay tax on it. So after paying tax of 150, what you actually receive is $350. Correct? Now, why is this $350 important? This $350 is something you would get only if you keep the old machine. Correct? Only if you keep the old machine, you will get it. What if you replace today? You sell the machine now, so in year 5, you will not have it. So you will not get this $350. Correct? That is what they're trying to sell. That is what they're trying to tell. So that this $350 is the lost future benefit. So it becomes a negative cash flow in year 5. So if you keep the old machine, you'll get 350. If you replace it now itself, then it is 0. So that is why the difference is 350. That's why it's treated as negative cash flow. Is this clear? Or should I make it even more simpler as to what is happening? If you keep the old machine, how much will you get, guys? It's written over there itself, right? If you keep the old machine, you will get $350 in year 5. But if you replace it now, you will not get that $350. Correct? So, old machine, if it is sold later, you'll keep $350. So, you lose that future $350 if you replace it now. And that is why it becomes minus 350 in year 5. That is, if I lose future money, it becomes negative today. That is why they've put it in negative. As simple as that. Got it? Why it is in negative?
Why it is negative cash flow?
Because this is, it is, if I lose future money, right? This is an assumption that if at all this happens, then because we are comparing, right? We are comparing whether I have to replace it or whether I have to keep it. If you keep the old machine, you'll get 350 after tax in year 5. But if you replace now, you get 0. Correct? So that incremental is how much? 0 minus 350. So that is why they're saying 350 is negative, because you're worse off by 350 if you replace. That means it's a negative cash flow. Imagine it like this. You have 350 rupees in your pocket. Not now, but in the future. If somebody says, give it to me now, will you have it? No, right? Now you have 0. You're going to get this 350 in the future. So that is why it is negative. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
It is negative because replacing the machine means losing a future cash. If at all you would not, if you did not replace, you would have got that $350, right? But now you're not getting it because you replaced it. That is why negative 350. Got it? That is the meaning. Clear? So that is what they're saying. The salvage value of the old machine, if it were kept and used and sold at the end of year 5, it would be $500. So after everything, it would be how much? 350. But the net after tax cash flow, so this 350 will be a negative cash flow in year 5 of the incremental analysis, because we're checking how much extra, because it represents a cash flow that would not be received in year 5 if the new machine is purchased or if you replace it. That's why. So this is all about incremental analysis, guys. How much extra? So all these cash flows become relevant cash flows. All right. Then any difference in after-tax operating cash flow that would result from the purchase of the new asset. Yeah, that is simple. How much extra you're getting the after-tax cash flow? See, 1,65,000 you're spending. 11,150 is the after-tax cash flow from the sale of old machine. You got this much amount. Difference in your depreciation tax shield. You remember how did we get this 9,800? It is 24,500 into 30%. How much was year 1 and year 2? Yeah, 24,500 into 40%. All right. And year 4 and year 5, this was the amount. Increase in your annual. See, we are just taking how much extra. So which is 54,000. How did we get this 54,000, guys? Remember how much was the savings that we could make? Where have they given that information? They've told, no? Before tax, it is 90,000. So after tax, it will be 90,000 minus 40%. How much? 54,000. Correct? So full 54,000. Then after tax cash not received from the sale of old machine is how much? 350. It is in negative. This is also your relevant cash flow. Then after tax cash flow from the sale of the new machine, 7,000. How much is that? This is at the end of the year when you sell the machinery. Your machinery, how much? They have told, no? This machinery can be sold for $10,000 at the end of its life. But 10,000 is your profit on sale. So after deducting tax of 30%, how much do you get? 7,000. And then you have to add them all. What is your net cash flows? Discount it at 12%. You know how to calculate. Then multiply the cash flows with their respective discount factors. You will get your NPV. Can you tell me what is your NPV? Add them all. You know, sum of present value of cash outflow plus sum of present value of cash inflow will give you your NPV. How much is it? What is the NPV? Because you remember, no, the requirement of the question was to calculate the NPV. So, how much is it? How much? 56,973 plus 50,849 plus 45,426 plus 42,739 plus 41,873. This will be your present value of cash inflows minus your year 0 cash outflow. Do this and tell me how much you're getting.
Two lakh 37,860.
You all are getting 2 lakh. Let's check if that's the correct answer. Did you minus this? Did you minus 1,53,850? You have to add this much. This is your present value of cash inflows because these are future cash flows which you have discounted them. So these are your discounted cash inflows. Minus this. So how much are you getting?
84,010.
Yes. That is your NPV. This is your NPV. Clear? So is your NPV positive or negative?
Positive.
So that means the wannabe company should purchase the new machine. Why? Because it has an advantage of $84,000. Correct? If at all it goes with this new machine, if it purchases this new machine, the company's net present value will increase by 84,000. So why did we do all of this? To check whether to purchase that new machine or not, whether to replace it or not. So while we are planning to replace the new asset or new machine, we have to keep in mind all these cash flows. Understood? What are those cash flows? One, the after-tax salvage value of the old asset. Two, the after-tax salvage value of the new asset. Three, the depreciation tax shield difference. Third, if the old asset would have had a salvage value at the end of its life if not replaced. And fourth, any difference in the after-tax operating cash flow. So have we taken all of this into consideration? Yes, right? Yes or no? We have taken the after-tax cash flow from the old machine, after-tax cash from the new machine, the difference in depreciation tax shield, and the increase in after-tax operating cash flow. And what was the other one? The after-tax cash, if at all we continue, if it is not replaced, that also we have taken. So all the 5 adjustments we have taken into considerations because they are your relevant cash flows. So after taking all of these adjustments into considerations, we added all of it. We got the net cash flows. Then we discounted it because they've already told 12%. And then we found out the present values. And then when you take the total of this, you will get your NPV. And when we did that, we got NPV as positive 84,000. So because we got a positive NPV, it is what? Good that we are replacing the machine. Understood this concept of incremental analysis? What is this word meaning increment, guys? Increment means anything extra. Clear? Is this clear? Any doubts in incremental
ma'am.
analysis?
Ma'am, can you send?
I think I've shared this already with you all yesterday. All this, it's the same thing, guys. Yesterday itself, I've shared this entire file with you all. This entire PPT.
You end the meeting, so we could not download it, ma'am.
Okay, let me reshare it. Okay, let me reshare the section E slide. Please revise, guys, whatever is done in the class. Okay, I've shared it again. All right. So please go through this entire thing once again. I've already shared the textbook also with you all last. So this entire thing is again explained in the textbook also. So your homework is to read it, guys. Please make sure that you keep revising what is taught in the class. Otherwise, you'll forget everything. I don't want that to happen. And next week, I'm going to keep a test on all the topics that we have done so far. So start preparing. Don't forget why you chose CMA.
Ma'am, what is the day?
What is the?
Ma'am, when will you conduct?
Once I finish this entire topic, I'll be conducting the test. So start studying now itself of all the topics earlier which we have discussed, like payback, NPV, IRR, the cash flows, everything. So keep revising that. I might also give a sudden test. You never know. I have also given you all the textbook, right? So you can start reading the textbook also. And if you all have any doubts, come back and ask me. We are almost in the verge of finishing section E, so I want you to start revising section E. Guys, now only you all have to gear up if you all are writing in September, October, the exam. We don't have much time, remember that. Okay, did you all download?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I end the meeting now?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. 1 minute.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you accept the file, ma'am?
Accept the file. It is already accepted, no?
No, ma'am, we cannot see that.
In phone, it will not open. You have to open it in your laptop. Okay. Clear?
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. We are downloading.
Let me see if I can.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can you send your WhatsApp, ma'am?
WhatsApp. I don't have. Wait a minute. Let me try one more method. Okay, try now. 1 second, it's loading. Now see if you can open it. I've sent it in the chat box. Download it from the chat box. Can I end it? Can I end the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you can end the class.
Okay, guys, you are able to download it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye bye. See you tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Bye, ma'am.